up guys, Chad here with Greenlight Shooting and welcome to this new video. So today we're talking about the top 3 best 45 ACP handguns. Now obviously this is a very highly debated thing, so there's going to be a million other options. I'm sure you guys have a bunch of other great options. Leave them down in the comments below so that everyone can just have a huge list of what to go with. But the 3 that I'm going to mention I think are really solid options. So before we get into that, I do want to let you know that we're here at Discount Guns and Ammo near Salt Lake City, Utah, and these guys are just awesome, man. They're always super willing, super knowledgeable, and definitely make sure to show them some love. The link to their store is down in the description below, as well as a link to all the guns that we talk about today at their store will be down in there as well. So check that out. One last thing I want to mention before we start is you'll notice I'm rocking that hot snow camo GLS shirt on the navy blue shirt. So if you guys are interested in that, please check out glsgear.com or just click on the card that pops up. It'll be in one of those corners. That'll take you to glsgear.com. Check out all our shirts, all our hoodies. We got some good stuff. So all right, let's dive in. Top 3 best 45 ACP handguns. So obviously we're talking about the 45 ACP. We have to include a 1911. So that's where this guy comes in. This is the Kimber Stainless 2. Obviously there's a bunch of different manufacturers, but I'm a very big fan of the Kimbers. If you guys aren't familiar with 1911s, we have a whole video on that. Check that out. Otherwise, let's get into this guy. So very smooth shooting. Kimbers are well known for making high quality, just great shooting, reliable guns. This specific 1911 is the stainless 2. As I've said, Kimber has a bunch of different options, colors, and everything like that. So if you're interested in those, check those out. The reasons that I like this gun so much, and there's a couple of them. So first off, it's single stack, so it fits in your hand real nice. It's very comfortable to hold. Generally speaking, your magazines are going to hold 7 rounds. You can get kind of extended ones to hold 8 up to, I think they even make 10 round ones that'll come out a little bit. So the 7 is kind of your standard. One quick tip about 1911s, Kimbers particularly, I have noticed a lot of people having issues with jamming and stuff like that in their Kimbers. If you're through the kind of the breaking phase and stuff like that, I say throw in a Wilson Combat Mag into your Kimber, and it should alleviate a lot of your jamming problems. That's one thing that I've noticed, and it's helped me a bunch. So anyway, 7 round mag. Another thing I like a lot is you've got a good grip safety. You've got kind of this beaver tail, dovetail. I don't know what the difference is. I think one goes down, one goes up. I don't know. Anyways, this little tail here is going to guard your thumb from the slide biting it, anything like that. So you're good there. Also acts as that grip safety that has to be engaged for the trigger to pull. You've also got a manual safety here. So once you're cocked, you can throw up this manual safety, and that trigger's not going anywhere. If you drop that down, here is where the 1911s really excel in my opinion, and this is why I love them so much. So I love target shooting, bullseye shooting, stuff like that, and the crispness of this trigger is what sells me on 1911s every time. So as you guys can see, I can pull up that slack and then boom, very clean, crisp pull. You can also tune that trigger exactly how you like. So that's my favorite thing about the triggers. Kimbers always have fantastic triggers out of the factory in there, but like I said, you can tune them just a little bit if you need. These have target sights, so they're blacked out target sights, which help me when I'm trying to do target shooting and stuff like that. But it's not a big deal to take these out and put whatever kind of sights you want to throw in them. The last thing is, it's steel frame, right? I mean, it's a heavy gun. You're shooting a 45 ACP, which has got a decent amount of recoil. So a heavy frame is kind of important, especially if you're trying to do really accurate shots. So this heavy frame is going to take up a lot of that recoil and keep the shooting very comfortable and the recoil very manageable. So yeah. Heavy gun, love it, awesome trigger, good safety features, just a comfortable gun, and it's a gun that you can be proud of, man. This thing has massive history behind it. It's something you can show off to your friends and just be proud of. So Kimber 1911 at Discount Guns and Ammo, the stainless 2 is running for $899. As I said, they have a bunch of different options that Kimber makes, so make sure to check those out if you're interested. But yeah, that's the Kimber. Let's move on. So second on our list is something I'm very excited about. The Walther PPQ has been around for a very long time, but not in 45. Until just recently. So this is the Walther PPQ 45. I believe it was released like October of 2015. So brand new. This thing is awesome. If you've ever shot a PPQ, you know just how well they fit your hands, how incredible the trigger feels, and it's a fan favorite, man. This gun is awesome, and they've never had a 45 until now, so I'm really, really excited to include this in this list. The base things about it, it's a polymer frame, it's striker fired, so it's the same pull every single time. You've just got white dots on your sights, and then you've got a rail here for accessories. You've also got interchangeable back straps for different sized hands. So, that's kind of all the normal things. I guess I should talk about safeties real quick on this gun. There's no kind of external safeties. The only thing you're dealing with here is a trigger safety. So there's a kind of that safety that pops out of the middle of your trigger that just ensures that it's really a finger wrapping around that trigger and pulling it. It's not something that kind of made its way like a holster or something that kind of bent its way into your trigger guard and pulled the trigger, anything like that. It's really got to be your finger. So the user is, as it should be with all guns, the user is the safety. So just don't put your finger on the trigger unless you want to fire this thing, and you're gold. But okay, so a little bit more about the gun. You've got the magazine release here on the side. That's one of the differences with the M2 here. Rather than the trigger guard magazine release, it's right here. It does seem like it's interchangeable for a lefty. So you've also got a slide lock, I should mention, that is ambidextrous. So your slide lock releases on both sides. Now your magazine holds 12 rounds of 45 ACP, so that's a pretty decent sized magazine for 45, and then it also comes with 2 of them when you buy the gun, so cool option there. Now the 2 biggest things that everyone wants to talk about with the PPQ is how comfortable they are, first of all. So the ergonomics of this gun are incredible. They fit your hand so well. They've got these awesome finger grooves in the front of the grip. The back straps you can tailor to your hand. There's just something about the balance of it, and it's incredible. If you've ever shot like an HK P30, it's very similar feeling to that. It's it's hard to say. Go out to your range and try one if they've got it. These things feel great. Last but certainly not least is the trigger. So the trigger on these guns, for being a striker fired gun, is just flat out incredible. It's so smooth, it's so crisp, and it's awesome. So as I said before, you've got that little safety there. Pull that safety through, and then you've got kind of some slack. Once you hit that wall, though, it's very, very crisp. It's awesome. And then even better than that is your reset. That reset is, you know exactly where it is, you can hear it, you can feel it, and one of my favorite things to do with the PPQ is do like the controlled pair, where you're like boom, boom, and then up to a failure shot. These guns excel at that. Just that double tap shot, awesome gun, awesome trigger, great ergonomics. Walther's obviously a great name. $659.99 is what they've got that listed for at Discount Guns and Ammo. Make sure to check that out. As with all prices, they're going to vary wildly depending on where you are, what time of year you're watching this, whatever's going on. But expect that as kind of a ballpark price for this thing. So third up on the list, we're talking about the Springfield XD-M 45. This particular one has a 4.5-inch barrel, kind of their standard full-size 45 ACP model. It's got a good feel. It's a polymer frame, so it's a little bit, on the light side for 45s, but it feels good. You get a loaded mag in there, and it kind of helps to balance things out. You've got a rail under here for accessories. You come stock with just kind of your white sights there. The back straps are interchangeable, and they come with a couple different ones. So if you got different sized hands, whatever, you can really tailor this gun to your needs. The magazine release is ambidextrous. You've got a mag release on both sides, and your slide release is only on your right-handed thumb side. So keep that in mind. One of this thing's biggest claims to fame are all of its safety options. That's one thing that a lot of beginners really, really like this gun for. So you've got a grip safety, so that has to be engaged, and then your trigger safety, you've got that kind of thing sticking out of the middle of the trigger, so it has to be your finger again. So you've got to have both of those things engaged for the trigger to pull, which is a really, really nice kind of a peace of mind thing. The next safety option is you've got this little loaded chamber indicator. So this will actually pop up when you've got a round in the chamber, so you can see if you're loaded. You can also run your finger over it if you're in the dark and tell if you're loaded. And then on the back, you've got a loaded chamber indicator. So you can see right there, when that little metal pin pops out, I can tell I'm loaded, I can see it, I can also feel when I'm loaded. If I'm not loaded, I can see it and I can feel it. Another big thing is it comes with everything, man. It comes with everything you need. So it comes with a gun. It comes with, I think, 2 or 3 of these magazines. You get a magazine holster, you get a gun holster, you get your different back straps. You get a nice big hard case. It's just an awesome, awesome bang for your buck. I should mention, magazine-wise, you are at 13 rounds in this magazine. And these magazines are very, very popular, so it's very easy to buy more. That's another big thing that people like about the XD series. So it's got some a little bit kind of a aggressive stippling on the grip, as well as the slide to make, you know, racking it and holding it just a little bit easier. Overall, a fantastic gun, very, very easy to maintain. You know, it's literally a lever you pull up and the whole thing comes apart, very easy to clean. This guy is $650 here at Discount Guns and Ammo. Obviously that's going to vary wildly, again, by location, time, all that kind of stuff. But that gives you a good ballpark, just you know, a great bang for your buck. So that does it for our top 3 best 45 ACP handguns list. What do you guys think? Like I said, I'm sure there's a million other options. Definitely leave them down in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think. I'm stoked on these 3 options. I'd be really happy with all of them. The 1911 is a great historical gun, like I said. The PPQ, one of the best triggers in the game, and the Springfield XD-M, awesome, awesome bang for your buck. So, really great 45 ACP options. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you guys liked this video, please share it. Please like the video. Please leave us your comments down in the description below. If you have any questions on any of the guns, shoot me an email over at greenlightshooting@gmail.com. I'll be happy to help out. Hit up Discount Guns and Ammo's website. And yeah, man, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next green light video. Check out these 2 other videos if you haven't seen them yet.